Hello and welcome to Caroline Shaji's channel. Today I am addressing teachers. How many of you have found classroom management difficult because of a few students? How many of you find it very tough to handle a particular child in the class? When you have such a case, which I'm sure you will, you must know that I don't have to look for medicine to cure the child. I need to search for the cause that makes a child behave in a particular way. I'm sure that after the COVID situation, many of you must be finding it really horrible to walk into a classroom and see a group of unmanageable kids. To such teachers, I want to tell a story. The story goes like this. There was this very young teacher who was given grade 4 in the first year of her teaching career. Now she had a beautiful set of children and she was so happy to be teaching them. But there was, as every class has, this particular naughty kid. He was so restless. He would never sit in his place. He always had questions to ask. He always found it difficult to keep shut for a few minutes. He would always interrupt the class, and sometimes his questions would be so silly, so irritating to the teacher that she almost developed a hatred for the child. Now, one day, he did not bring his diary to the school. And the teacher, who already had some hatred towards this boy, twisted his ear. Now, in the process of twisting the ear, unmindfully, she hurt the child with her nails. And there was a little cut and it was bleeding. When she realized her mistake, she was so afraid to lose her job. And mind you, it was her first job. So she tried to apologize. She tried to make up to the boy, but the boy wouldn't allow her to touch his ear, and neither did he mind. So she just let it be. But the whole night she was disturbed. She never expected what was coming the next day. She was expecting the parents to come and give her a good sounding. And the next day when she came back to school, she found to her astonishment that everything was quite normal. The child was back on his seat and he had no problem. But that afternoon during the break, the boy went missing. So everyone was looking for the boy. The teacher began to get upset. But suddenly the boy appeared with his pencil box and he said, "Ma'am, I have a gift for you." The teacher was surprised and happy too. So she took that pencil box and she opened it. But out jumped a garden lizard. And you can imagine what that teacher might have done. She screamed and ran out of the classroom. And behind her, 40 kids were seen running for their lives. And we had this child sitting in his seat and roaring with laughter. On the other hand, there was the principal. He was literally running up the staircase to find out what exactly was happening in his school. And the teacher was screaming and shouting and running, and behind her 40 kids. So the principal simply said to her, "Meet me after school." So she was quite certain she had lost her job. Anyway, with great courage, she went to the principal's office after school. And she said, "Before you can say anything, I'm quitting. I'm not here anymore. I cannot handle that kid. He is such a horrible creature," and what not. But the principal said to her, "Before you judge the book, open it and read it. Go and find out what is that kid's life. What does he go through when he is at home?" This particular statement threw the teacher into introspection. And on the next day, when she came back to school, she was determined to get into the child's life. That day, she saw a mark on his face. It was the mark that would come when someone touches you on your cheek with a hot ladle. The boy had been burnt with a ladle, a hot ladle. So the teacher asked him 100 times, "Who did this and what happened?" But the boy wouldn't answer. Later, she found out that the child was hit with a hot ladle on his cheek by his own mother. Can you beat that? By his own mother. My dear teachers, you have no idea what's going on out there. It could be that a child is being brutally harassed. A child is being beaten at home by a working parent who is not able to handle his restlessness, his questions, and you dare to call him a horrible creature? I should say that that child was a pitiable creature. First, find out what is the cause of the behavior that is disturbing you. Then, find out what is the way that we can repair the hurt that the child is carrying in his or her heart. Before you judge someone, before you label someone as a horrible creature, find out what is exactly worrying that child. And believe me, you will find your answers, because there is a solution to every problem on this earth. And we are the creators of characters. We are the builders of personalities. We are the engineers of young minds. And we can't afford to label people or just give up. We can't. We need to do something about what's not right. Don't keep wishing that problems were not there. Keep asking for enough courage to be able to solve those problems. And believe me, teachers, you are made to find out solutions. So, wish you all the best in your career as a teacher, because I have been teaching for the last 24 years, and let me tell you, every single year has only enhanced my courage and determination to continue as a teacher. All the best and see you around.